Hello and welcome back to my channel, Stitches with Love. My name is Elizabeth and today I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on my knitting adventures. So if you're curious as to what's on my needles currently, grab your cup of something cozy and come along with me. So in my very first episode of this channel, I shared all of my works in progress. And one of them was this shawl here that I'm working on right now. This is called the Suki shawl, and it is by Miriam Pike. It is a for-purchase pattern on Ravelry. I've knit probably 3 of these so far, and I've been so happy with the results every single time. This for a while was kind of my go-to project when my husband and I would go on our road trips because it was very portable. It is a very simple project, so I don't have to really think too much about what I'm doing. And it would last me for the entirety of our trip. And so I always had something that I could work on, but I didn't really have to worry about running out of yarn or finishing the project. It's just a great project to take along if you're going to be traveling. And even if you're not going to be traveling, it's just a great project. You can pick it up and work on it a little bit here and there. And I just really enjoy that. So I wanted to show you the progress that I have made on it so far. I actually started this, months ago. It's been quite a while since I started it, and I actually had to rip it back a couple of times because I messed up on the beginning increases, and so it didn't quite look the way it was supposed to, and the shaping would have been kind of wonky had I just left it alone and kept going. So I'm going to finish this row here, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like so far. So let's finish. The blue yarn is some that I got from my mother quite some time ago. I don't have the tag close by, so I don't remember what the fibers are or what the brand name is or anything. I think it's some sort of wool blend. I don't really know, but it's very soft, very warm. And I love the way that it's working up. And then the yellow is some that I also got from my mother, and I think maybe it's something from Knit Picks, but I don't know for sure. It looks very similar to Knit Picks yarn that I have purchased in the past, but I don't know if that's what this is. And initially, when I decided to use these colors together, I thought they would look really fantastic. And then I got to thinking and looking at them, and I just wasn't really sure. So I went to my bag of scraps to see if there was something else that I might want to use instead. And I almost changed the contrasting color, but now that I'm working it up, I kind of like the way the blue and yellow are looking together. So I think I'm going to keep it. If I decide that I really truly don't care for the colors, then I can always gift it to somebody else. But this is how much I have so far. So this is actually the top, getting tangled up here. This is the top of the shawl here. So this would be the part that goes around my neck and drapes over my shoulders. And then the yellow down here is where you start the color work and more of the pattern of the shawl. So there are 2 size patterns for the Suki shawl. You can do a small size or you can do a larger size. I prefer my shawls to be something I can wear not just around my neck, but something I can also put over my shoulders and have it kind of snuggled up around my body. So I'm going with the larger shawl size for that reason. It will also get bigger once I wash and block it, and it stretches everything out and opens up the stitch work. So we'll see. I think it's going to be really quite lovely when it's done. I'm curious to see how the colors look as I go along with the pattern. And yeah, I like it so far. I don't have to really do a lot of thinking or counting with this, which is what makes it a great pattern. And it's just plain beautiful. The color possibilities are endless. I think it would look really lovely in a variegated or a tonal sort of yarn. I don't know how well it would come out in a self-striping or patterning, but maybe I'll try that sometime just to see how it looks. So that's it. That's what I'm working on today. I'm taking a sick day at home. My children were kind enough to share whatever terrible respiratory virus they just had over the weekend. And while I normally would encourage sharing among my children, I could perhaps be a little more specific in what they are sharing with the rest of us. So although I am feeling better than I was the last couple days, I'm not 100% yet, but I'll get there. So sick days, in addition to catching up on sleep and drinking lots of tea, do provide good knitting time in between those periods of rest. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I don't really have anything else to share. I've been working a lot on my Musselburgh hat and a couple different pairs of socks. Sock Sunday will be here very soon. So if you're curious to see how much progress I've made on my socks and what's next, stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go finish my coffee, do a little more knitting, and then I might take another nap. I'm not sure yet. So have a wonderful day. Happy Friday, and always happy knitting. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.